Hello listeners, today is going to be an interesting one, an exclusive one at that, and I want to thank you for your time, and also I got your feedbacks, I got your comments, and I got the like and all the other things that your reactions on my timeline on the YouTube channel, and I want to appreciate you. Today we are going to do or carry out or continue from where we stop in the part 1 of search engine, okay, using PHP. Today we will be using what they call Ajax. Ajax is what it stands for, mean asynchronous JavaScript. Okay, we'll be using Ajax to what? Develop a search engine. So in such a way that it will be very, very responsive, and at the point of typing or searching for keywords or particular keywords, it should be able to pop up the list of what data available. So that is what we will be looking at today. So I want you to come along, stay with me and stay tuned so that we will continue to learn this as we run this series. I remind your friend Joshua, feel free to subscribe to my channel, like the video, share the video, and also comment. Now let's move straight to what we have today. I'm going to come here, I'm going to create HTML page, set up my HTML architecture. Okay, I'll have my head tag. I'll close my head tag here. Now I will come here and I will leave this head tag. Then I will create what? A body tag here. Okay, here I'll have a body tag. I will close the body tag here. Okay, now that I've done that, I will as well close my what? HTML here. Now I'm going to create a form here, a simple form. Okay, I'm going to create a simple form here. Alright, and I will close the form here. Alright, now this form, I will give it an ID. I'll call it what? ID. Let it call what? Search. Okay, then I'll give it a name. Name also what? Then we'll call it search. Alright, now that is the name we'll give it, SEARCH. Alright, we'll give it the same name, search. Now inside this form, we're going to come and define an H tag. Let's say H5. Sorry, H5 should be something like giving us a header title. I'll call it a search for staff name. Staff names. Alright? Okay. Using name or ID. Okay, so this is what we want to do, and after that I will come here and create one input tag. Input type, I will say let this input type be what? Let it be text. Okay, we'll give it a name. The name will be equals to search staff. That is the name. Okay, then we'll now come here and possibly we can style it so that it will look fine. Give it a width of 300 pixels. Give it a height of 60 pixels. Okay, I think with this we are good to go. With this we can say we are good to go. Alright, now let's leave it like this. Now that we've done that, after that, inside the same form, we need to get the result. I will give it ID. I will call it output. Okay, then we are going to close this div here in line, just like that. Then we are through with our what? Index page. Remember what I did here? I create a folder, I call it a tech project, and I open a file which is called index.php, which we are working on here, as you can see. Alright, so now that we have been able to set up that, what I want us to do is this. I'm going to come here. Let me not forget the doc type. Okay, I can come and do something like this. Alright, okay, now I will come here and say okay, HTML like this. Alright, let's just leave it that way. Now I want to launch this application. Let's see how the output looks like, so that we will know. Now this is our name. This is the name of our project. It's called what? Text project. Okay, I'm going to do it this way. We already launched our localhost XAMPP. I will come and say the name of our file is index.php. Hit it. Good. You see, this is what we are getting. Alright. At this point in time, remember in my part 1 video, there was a what? A button. Okay. This time around, I'm not going to create a button. Alright. But rather, what I will do, I will come here and use what they call on key up. Guys, it's a function. More or less, it's an inline JavaScript function. I will call it a find stuff. Okay, I'm going to close it here. Good. This is my what? Function that I'm going to use this function in my JavaScript. Okay. All right. Now let's proceed. Let's come back to what our head tag here. I'm going to create a script. We are using what? Internal JavaScript. Okay. So since we are using internal JavaScript, I'm going to create script inside the same file. And now inside this file, I will do something very, very similar. Now with this, we are going to use this to make our JavaScript. So what I will do as a function, okay, I will call it find stuff. I'm going to use it. Remember I told you we are going to use this function, find stuff. Okay, I will now come here because we are opening a function. I will close this function here. Now, since we've done that, sorry, we are supposed to open and close it here. Good. Since we've done that, what I want us to do is this. I will come back here and say if window dot sml http request. Are you getting it? I'll close it here. If sml http request, because we are using a if, I will open and close the curly brace. We'll now say sml http is equals to new xml http, okay, request. We are setting up a new one, okay, creating a new function here. Now I'll say x, all right, x. We'll now come and say sml http here is equals to new active. At what point is this key up active? Okay, at the point where you click here, okay, at the point you click here, you have what? Activated it. Then anything you are typing, it should be able to pop up the list of all stuff at the bottom here. Okay, now let's set up at what point it should be what? Active. And now say active x objects. Okay, and what we are looking at is, okay, let's get what? Microsoft dot xml http, like this. Okay, we close it like this. All right. Okay, we are setting the object active to know when it's active. Then after which we are going to leave inside this condition statement. We are coming here and say, okay, xml http, like this, like we have here. Okay, we say dot on ready state. Okay, at what stage is this active ready? Okay, and when it is ready, okay, we will now say on ready state change. Okay, we say it's equals to, we'll create another function here, and we are setting this function in line more or less. Then we'll now come and place here. We are saying that on ready state change. If I come here, for instance, I save this file. Remember, we haven't insert any data inside our database. If I come here and I say, as I'm typing, okay, if I delete it again, okay, it will change. If I start typing, it is already state active, and if I delete it, it should be able to what? Change. Okay, now we are coming back here. Don't worry, by the time we load our data from database, you understand what this already state change does. Now we are going to come here and I'll say, okay, if xml http dot ready state, okay, is equals to 4. Okay, and XML HTTP dot status, okay, is equals to 200. You know, when you return 200, that means it's successful. Okay, it's equals to 200. We'll now say document dot get element by ID, just like this. And the element that we are getting by ID is where, which is our what? Output. We know our ID is what? Output. So I'm going to copy it here, put it here. All right. We'll now say dot inner HTML. Inner HTML is equals to XML HTTP, like this, dot response. All right. Dot response, like this, response text. Okay, let's call it response text, like this. All right, dot response what? Text. All right, now we've successfully done that. I will now come here. Okay, I will now say SML HTTP dot open. Now we want to open where we will going to what? Create our what? Read data from our database. We're going to say open, and we're going to use what? A get method, which is get method. All right. Now what that says, now what are we doing? We are going to create a file, and we call it a search underscore Ajax. Search underscore Ajax. Okay. Dot PHP. All right. Now we are going to append this search underscore Ajax. We are going to append it using a question tag. I'll call it a search text. Yes, you can choose any name if you want to. Okay, we cannot choose. We can't just choose name, and this name should tally with what the name will give it what here, which is what? Search staff. Okay, we just come here, say search staff. All right, and at the point that is searching this staff, we will now say okay, is equals to. Then we use plus to concatenate. We now say document dot. We are going to use what? Search. Remember, the name of our form is what? Search, right? Good. Look at it here. The name of our form is what? Search. And if you look at it there, that is one thing. That is the same thing I got there. And I say document dot what? Search. I'm going to copy this search here. I will paste it here. All right. Then we'll now say search dot search text. All right. Because we are now saying that inside this form called search, we also have what they call what? Search staff. SEAR. All right. We also have another name called what? Search staff. Let me replace it, correct this. All right. When I say dot what? Search staff, like this. Dot value. All right. When I say comma, when I say set it to what? True. Good. Now we have successfully what? Create an extension. Okay. In a jQuery, we will say okay, we are creating another what? A URL. All right. So, but we are using Ajax at this point in time. Now we are going to come here and now say SMLHTTP dot what? Send. At this point, we can now send it to that what? Particular page. We have successfully what? Created what? Our Ajax what? JavaScript code. Now that we have done this, we are going to create this file that we are what? Define here, which is called search.ajax.what? PHP here. This name. We are going to create this file. I will copy it, double click here, come to file, say save as. We'll save it inside our project tech.nasa.php. Save. All right. Now we have done that. We are going to go to our PHP code. All right. We are going to go there and say, okay, create a PHP file. PHP. Okay. All right. We are going to come here and say PHP. Our tag. Remember, if you don't know what PHP, how to create and open a tag for PHP, I advise you to watch my previous video. Now we're going to come here and I say, if is set, okay, $_get. Remember, we are using get method. All right, and what we are getting here, we are getting what? Search text, like we define here. Remember, look at it. Okay, search text. Okay, we are going to, I will call our, sorry, our own is what? Search staff. Or sorry, rather. I'm going to come here and say search staff, put it here. All right, then we're going to come and close this place, close it, and also close it. Then we'll now open a two curly brace. Every of our condition now will not be inside this place. I will now define a new variable, call it a search text. Okay, is equals to $_get, and we are getting what? This variable called what? Search staff. All right, because that is the name we gave it here. If you look at it here, if you look at it here, look at it, that's the name we gave it. So we are going to get it that way, and after which we now come and say semicolon. Then we now come here and I say if is empty. Remember in my previous video I think I explained what if empty is done, what if empty does. If empty, if it is empty, this dollar search text, this one you are seeing here, if it is empty like you are seeing here, we should be able to get a message. Okay, if it's empty, now we're not going to do something. We are going to read all the data. All right, first let me not forget what I want to do here. I'm going to go back to our database here. We have, remember, we created a table called what? Staff. All right, so this staff, okay, I'm going to come here and insert data inside it. This one will be ID1, like you know. First name I will say Joshua. Okay, I'll say Joshua, Josha. Second name I'll say Ifeanyi. Alright, then I'll see come here and I'll say Juliet. I'll say Okoro. Alright, I can say go. We have inserted two data, right? Now these two data, if I come to browse, you see these two data here. Alright, we can insert more subsequent time as we proceed. Now I'm going back to our code. I'm going to come here. Remember, if I come to SQL here, alright, you can see it here. You can use what they call select keywords. If I go here, copy this one, I will come here, it's okay. Come here and say, okay, $read is equals to double quotation. Inside this quotation, paste this query here. When I say select ID, select first name, select last name, where? From staff name. Where name, okay, like, good. We are going to come here, we'll say, where first name, like, remember I taught you what like does, right? Good. Well, first name like this, put double quotation, put a percent here, which is percentage sign. Okay, now inside that place we are going to have another double quotation here. Then I will now come here and put hit enter. I'm using what? My SQL underscore escape string. This is to avoid what? SQL injection attack. My SQL underscore v escape string like this. All right, after which I've done that, I'll open a round bracket. I say $con. We are going to define our connecting string, but we haven't done that. And what we are searching with, we are connecting it to our variable, which we have defined here like this. Okay, I'm going to close it like this, and after which I will come here and said concatenate it, then put the ampersand sign in between here. Good. Now we've done that, we will now say or ID. This ID you are saying ID like. Now since we already got what we are, understand what we are doing here, just copy this one like this, or ID like this. Okay, or ID like this. All right. Now because I'm using first name and last name, let me just pick last name first. Okay, then I will now come and say here or, sorry, small letter, or I will say or ID like. We will now come here, pick all these ones too. Okay, pick all this one down to this place here, just the way you see it. Okay, then come here, put it here. All right, now I will just successfully done that. What we are going to do now next is this. I'm going to come here and say, since we've done that, what we're going to do here now is to come here and say, okay, ID like this one, like you see it here. All right, we'll be able to do that. Now we've done that, we'll say ID like this, First one will say where name, first name like this, and also last name like this. Okay, I can choose to say let's not search for ID. Let me just say with first name and last name. All right. Okay, let's just make do with this. You can add more keywords, more arguments when you are doing your own. Okay, I will want to stop here and let it be so. We are searching by what first name and last name. Now that we've done that, I will come here and I say $run is equals to my SQLi underscore query. Okay, and what we are querying our connecting string. We want to connect it to our connecting string, and we are querying this $read. Alright, paste it here. I urge you to watch my previous video. I think I explained all this one there. Then we will come down here. I use a while loop. Alright, use a while loop, and we are whiling and say $row equals to my SQLi underscore fetch. We are fetching what array from what $run, from this $run here, this $run you are seeing here. Okay, we are fetching array from it. Okay, now close another one and open this two tag here. All our loop will now be here. We'll now say $id equals to $row. Okay, I'll have something like this. I'll have ID. Okay, I'll now say $f name, which is first name. Okay, equals to $row. I'll have something like this. I'll put first name here. Copy this first name. I'm going to put it here. Alright. Then last one, $n name, which is last name, equals to $row. I will come here, put something like this, which is last name. Okay, then put it here. Now that we've done this, I think we'll successfully set up our looping techniques. Then we're not going to come here. Now, if all these things work successfully, we want to say something like here. We're going to come here and say okay. Alright, we're going to come here and say let it echo. We're now going to use a div. Alright, simply use div, and that div, I'm going to close the div here. Close the div here like this. Okay, then we can decide to say let's style it. Okay, we can style it, say style. Okay, give it a width of what, let's say width of 250 pixels. Okay, height of what, let's say auto. Let's have a height of auto. Okay, then we'll give it a background color of let's say RGB, since we are using RGB, which is color code 109, 126, 105, like this. Okay, that's our RGB color. I'll say comma, let's say color, I'll say white. Let's say white, like this. Okay, are you getting it? Then we'll stop here for now. I will leave it at that. Now what I will do here, inside this div, I'm going to make a statement here. What we are going to display, we are displaying the full name. I will come here and say B, wrap it in a B tag, which is bold, and I'll say first name. Just copy this one like this, put it here. Okay, and break it. You can break it like this. Then we'll come again, repeat this one like this as you see it. Okay, put what, last name. So it should be able to display this to us. Alright, then after which I will close my echo tag like that. Now we've done that. Supposing nothing was found. Remember, I said something like that before. I'm going to do something here, because if you say if empty, if it's empty, or if not empty, sorry, if it's not empty, look at it. If the search is not empty, it should run all these ones that you are saying. Okay, but if it's empty, we'll not say X. If it's empty, it should tell us and display something. Let's say create a div, or let's just say echo something like enter a text like this. Okay, let's just use that one. Later we can choose to style it if you want to. Okay, I want to close this space like this. Okay, now we've successfully done something like this. I'm going to save this code. All right, now that we've saved it, let's check and see how it works. Okay, I believe no errors so far, but let's run it and be sure. Okay, I'm going to save this code. Come to our browser. This is our database. These are the two data we have. I'm going to refresh. If I say Joshua, okay, we are not getting the name yet. Okay, let me come back. I'm going to come back here, and we're inside our index. We say the name is output. Okay, and we already got just our output here. Okay, good. Now make sure everything is in line. Okay, we say dot inner HTML dot, okay, dot inner HTML equals to SML HTTP dot response text. Okay, right? It's not bad. And now, because it's not working, because we have not connected our database, so let's connect our database. That is the reason why. So at the top here, I want to connect our database. Okay, remember, I can do something like this and close it here. I use what? $com, like we define as a my SQLI underscore connect. Okay, I will now come here and I say, let's say localhost command. We have another one. I say root command. I have another one, password. Then the name of our database is what we call it Ajax. Okay, copy this name, then put it here. Put it in Ajax. All right. Or if it did not connect, we'll say die. It should tell us unable to connect. Then after that, we can now close this. Okay, I'm still going to copy this whole code like this. I have not taught you include, so if not, I would have created one file and begin to include it. All right. So this is our code. This is how it's going to look like. Sorry. Now we have $com here, like you can see. Okay, we have successfully added here too. Okay, and don't forget, inside this our JavaScript, I can decide to say type. The type is equals to we are using text / JavaScript like this. Okay, now if we refresh and come back to our page, at the point of typing Joshua, at the point of typing Joshua, I should be able to have a response, and this response should be able to give me what I'm expecting. So I'm going to refresh. I'm coming here. Let's look at our page. I created two files here. This index.html, and I created this one here, localhost, unable to connect. All right, then I'm going to come here and say, okay, since we've done that, the next thing I want us to do is this. Look at this page here. I have something as such. If you look at here, we also created something as such. So I've been able to say connect localhost in this manner. Okay, I'm going to save it, and you say it's Ajax. All right. Okay, select first name, last name from a staff table, staff name. Okay, from staff name, where first name like this, okay, or last name like this also. Okay, and we have been able to also, okay, we now say $run MySQL_query. We are now looping it. We loop it here. Okay, after looping, we've been able to get all these ones. We'll also echo it. We echo it here, and if the test is not found, we'll say enter what test. I think our code is good.
So far so good. We can make use with this, or make do with this. And this is this one, and this is the main one that's open there. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Now let's try it again. Let's try it again and see how it works. Okay, this one starts here, which is the while loop. Okay, and ended here. And also this is the if empty, we start here, and also what ended here. All right, let's try again. I'm going to come here now, and that's okay. JOSHUA IFEANEYI. Okay, at the point of key up, it should be able to show us data. Okay, what I will do here, let's come back, let's look at our code again. Something might be wrong. We say select first name, this from, okay, from staff name, where first name like this. Okay, we'll use this one. Okay, after which we now concatenate it here. Yes. Okay. Okay. Instead of doing it that way, I think we can as well come back here. It's not bad. The code is fine. It's fine. The code is good. Let's just last name like. I will also close it here. The code is fine. Good. It's good. Let's just try and see it again and know why it's not working as expected. I can as well come here, append and do small break. Let's just do small break here, so that it should be able to break this name. I can decide to leave this one, just something like this. Okay, then I think with that we are good to go. All right, now let's try it again. But first, this page, I hope we are not making any mistake, because if this page is not properly set up, there will be an error. Okay, because this is the page that is for powering the word search. All right. Okay, and we have what they call active X object, Microsoft.xml HTTP. Okay, we have a SML HTTP request. Okay, and we'll pass it to a new one. And we also have this one too, as it is, just like you can see it there. Okay, and we are saying SML.ready state change equals to function like this. What else do we have to do? Okay, dot ready state equals to 4, and SML HTTP dot status equals to 200. That's a document dot get element by ID, and this is the ID which we have set up here. And that's a dot inner HTML equals to SML.response response text. Yes, response text. I think we are good. The code is fine. I'll say this one SML. We set up this page. We say get search. Okay, search Ajax.php, and we are searching from what? From this our what? Our name here. We give it here. After which we now say okay, plus document.search. Okay, dot also search this staff name dot value, comma this. Okay, after which we now say okay, SML. Okay, SML HTTP dot send. Okay, we've been able to send the request. Now that we send the request, I think we are good to go. Yes, by default, I can see we are good to go. Now on key up here, I say on key up is equals to find staff, and we'll pass it to this function. Okay, and it's not bad. Yes, find staff, which we are seeing here. Okay, we are good. We are good. Let me just see something now and also try and look at our code here from our database. Okay, what we got here is this: first name, last name. Okay, and we are selecting from here. Okay, now if I come back here and look at this again, I hope the color we gave it is not giving us issue by our styling, because if we give it a color here, I will say color should be white. Why don't I say background color? Let me change this background color, please. I want to change this background color to, sorry, I want to change this background color, and I want to change it to what? Brown, so that I will know what I'm expecting. Then the color will not be what? Color shouldn't be white, because if color is white, I will just say color should be black, so that what I'm typing, I should be able to see it. Okay, let me zoom in small. Okay, color should be what? Black. All right. Yes, let me brighten my screen. Color should be black. Okay, now let's refresh. And that's in Joe Shua. Let me find. No, it's not working. 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 What could be the issue? What could be the issue? What could be the issue? This dollar con we here, we set up here, is also what we use it here, because we know we'll make use of it. And also if we come here, I'm going to use double quotation. Okay, let me try this double quotation and see. I'll come here. Sorry. Then I'll come here. Alright. Then after which, so use double quotation here. Then I'll come here, use double quotation too. Alright. Now, if we are so okay, we are getting this $_get. Is he actually getting it like we stated? If it's set, $_get, and if it's not empty, you should be able to loop all this data, like you can see here. We successfully was doing that, and we say select first name, select ID. But since we are not working with ID, leave it. First name and last name is okay. From staff name, okay, just for staff name like this. Okay, where names, where first name like this. Okay, I'm getting it. This is not bad per se. It's not bad at all, and I believe we can try again and see how it works. Yes, we can try again and see how it works. All right. If we come here and that's okay. IFEANY. The data should be able to pop up here. That is what I'm not supposed to. I'm supposed to get. All right. I think I have been able to see what is causing that particular error. If you look at our code here, if you look at our code very well, you will see that at this point here, if you look at our code here, I define here, I call it output, sorry. I call it output. So our ID also should be what? Output ID. Okay. Now we are saying search with name or ID or user ID. Okay. Search staff with name or user ID. Now this is what we want. Okay. And in our query here, we'll say okay, we are selecting ID, full name, from staff table. All right, where ID like this, and also full name like this. So if you check our database, we will structure it whereby we have a full name and we have ID. Let me insert more detail from this our database. I'll come here and say Louis or Lucky John. Okay, then I would have Martins, Martins Felix. Okay, we can now say go. All right, these are more data have been added to our database. Okay, as you can see. Now if I come here, immediately I type F, all the names that has F keywords has pop up here. You can see. Now if I say FEL, see he has picked Felix. If I come here and I say IF, it will pick Ifeanyi. If I come here and say JOX, it will pick Joshua because the name related to Joshua is here. Okay. If I come here and say Pix, no data there. And once the old data is clear, you say enter in text because that is how we define it here. If you look at it here, okay, I created a div. I say style width of 250, height of 50 pixel, background color of color code here. I give it a hashtag CCFFES, so color pink. But I say enter a text. And at this point, I want to do something here. Look at what I want to do. I want to modify this code in such a way that at the point of clicking this name here, okay, I want something to happen, and that is this. I'm going to wrap here to href tag. Okay, I will define it, call it a profile.php. Okay, I'm going to close it here, and inside that profile I will soon come here and also what, close that a tag here. All right, I'll close that a tag here. Let me close it here immediately after the b tag. Yes, immediately after this b tag I will close it here. And remember, you can as well come here. That's okay. Close it here. Close this h tag here. So when I come here now, if I refresh, once I type IFE, see it has picked a name. And if I click this, it should be able to take me to a profile where this man detail are shown. Okay. Now let me do small styling here. STYLE. The text decoration. I'll say none. Okay, none. And I say color. The color should be what? White. Okay. Now let's refresh. If I come here and I say IF, see once I overhit, you see full name. It picked the full name of that user. Now I want to come here now and create a page called profile. Okay, I'm going to create a file called profile and say save as. Remember here we call it what? I call it profile.php. I like and create. So when we come here now, that should be the name that should be here. You see it, profile.php. Okay, so that each time we click this profile at the point of search, because when you are searching, we want to see the full detail of that person. If I say John H, John, if I click here, it should be able to take me to profile. You see, but nothing is here now in profile.php page. Let's go back. Now what I want us to do is this. I'm going to come inside this profile.php, open a PHP tag, close it here. Remember what we did here, sorry, let me not forget, inside our project code file, okay, folder, I created a folder called db connect, okay, so that we can easily include all the connecting string from all the file. And I created a file called db.con and with a name con. Okay, this is our db name. So I don't want to be creating all this kind of long code inside each and every one of this file. So what we do, we use include. We call the name of the folder, we call the name of file. This is how to include here a connecting string inside your files. Okay, so that is why we did it that way. Now we are going to come here to say, okay, we also need to include it inside our profile here. Okay, once we have included it, I'll now say dollar get ID is equals to dollar underscore get. And what we are getting here, we are getting let me append it. I need to append it. So if I'm to append it here, I will come here inside this code here where we have profile.php. I can say append it. Append it with what? UI. And this way I will not be equals to dollar ID. Okay, so I will not come here and say UI equals what? Dollar ID, just like this. Okay, so that if I come here now and refresh our code, if I refresh, if I search, if I hover it, you see it at the bottom here is picking what? User ID, UID equals to 1. If you look at the bottom here, you see that it's picking what? UID equals to what? 1. You see it here. You see it here. Okay, so at the point of this place, each time I over it here, you pick this code. Now we have been able to set up that. Now let's refresh. Now what I want us to do is this. Now let's go back to our code again, and also in this profile we say okay, get a UI. All right, get the UI, so that each time we click it, give us all the detail pertaining to that particular stuff. After which we can now come and say command, and I say dollar read equals to, and I say select all from where? From this place called staff name. Okay, select all from what? Staff name. Okay, where ID is equals to this what? Get ID. All right, just like this. All right, we've done that. Now what we need to do now is dollar run, or dollar run it. Any name, you can give it any name. It's a variable. MySQLi. Okay, underscore query. We pass our dollar $con, which is our connecting string to it. Then we now pass dollar what? Read to it. Okay. After that, we can also dollar row equals to MySQLi underscore fetch array, and we are fetching array for what? Dollar run it. Dollar run it like this. Okay, we are fetching array from this what? Dollar run it. Now that we've done that, all we need to do is say dollar name, that is show us all the name. Dollar names is equals to dollar row, which is where we are fetching data from. Okay, we pass it to what? Full name. Okay, we pass it to what? This full names. Okay, we come here and put what? Full name here, just like this. With this, we are good to go. And possibly I can come here and create a href, so that we can use it to come back to our page, and our page is called search search underscore Ajax.php. That is our back page. You can say come back. Okay, we close our what? H tag like this. Okay, all right. And remember, at this point we can as well come here and say okay, why don't we come here and say something like put a h3 here, close the h3 tag header, and inside this h3 we are going to do something like PHP. We cannot echo the name of that stuff here. Yes, we can echo the name of that stuff here. Then we can close this tag, after which we come and do it like this, just like this. It's simple as that. Okay, it's simple as that. All right, then we just want this one to just take everything back here. Now let's run our code again. All right, if I come and say IFE, define, you see, if I click here, you see it picked the name of everything pertaining to define. We can as well come back. Okay, as well come back. Okay, now if we are coming back here, I think I noticed something. Our coming back is called index. It's called index.php. So come back to our code. At the profile here, it is called what? Index.php. Alright? It's called index. Alright? So let's try again. Let's try again and see how it works. If I come here and say JO, you see it's picking all the names or stuff that include what name? J. John has J, Joshua have J. Okay? If I continue typing JOX, you see John has what? Left.
But if I remove X, okay, at this point, John has possibly be picked. So because J-O is inside Joshua, J-O is also what inside John. Now I want to add H. You see, Joshua has what left. And if I add N, it's also what picking it. Okay, so if I come here and click this name, click this man, you see, it bring me to what? Lucky John. And as well, you can come back here. All right, so this is a very interactive and responsive search engine. Where can we use this? Now, take for instance where we have thousands of staff detail or list of staff. And you cannot be scrolling here, scrolling to search for that particular staff. Most cases, you see where they use a drop down, like a select keywords. You cannot be searching. All we need to do, just type the name. If it is H, maybe not happy, or is happy, just come, as you just say H, you can see all the names that have contain H alphabet or letter will pop up. Then you can just select. So Ajax is very, very powerful, okay? In terms of when you are doing search engine as such, it's very, very powerful. Like I told you, the first video I did is part one of it, where we use normal PHP, okay? And we're selecting from a database as well. So I told you that I'm going to do another video, which is going to be advanced form, and which is this that you are seeing, and we've been able to what inculcate the use of what Ajax, that at the point of what search here, as we are saying F, all the name that contain F, you see Felix and Ifeanyi is also here. So all the name that contain F will be what will be picked. Okay, so if I choose there, you see Felix have gone. If I come and say LA, Joshua has what gone. So this is how we can what use Ajax to what look through data and put them from database. And it's very, very powerful. And I want you to also ask your question in the comment section. Feel free to comment on the comment section. Share this video. I urge you to share this video, please. And also like and suggest for us on the subsequent topic that you want us to treat. I remain your friend Joshua. Thank you for your time.